Hi. Let us start with a new series of video, and in this series let us focus on business management. Business management is one of the important subjects that we study in CS Foundation, and in this series we shall have 3 to 4 videos covering the basics of business management. Now let's start with the definition of management. Now there are various definitions that are there. One of the most commonly used definitions is given by Newts and O'Donnell, and the definition goes like this: getting things done through and with people is management. Now this appears to be a very simple definition, but it has a very far-reaching implication. Now when we look at the definition, what does it mean? It says how to do things, how to get things done, and who will do it for us. Now what is management all about? It is all about ensuring that the things that we are planning to do happens. Now, and who will do it for us? It is done by the people. So what do we understand? Management is something where we achieve that we have decided to achieve, and we achieve it with the help of people. So management is a social science which deals with people. This is what we understand. So what's the definition for management? It is getting things done through and with people. This is the definition for management. Now the next thing that we will learn here is the objectives. Now what is it that we can achieve or want to achieve by practicing management? The first objective of management is achieving maximum output with minimum input. Now we know we want to get the best of the results. At the same time, we also know that the resources that we have at our disposal is very scarce. So how do we ensure that we use this scarce resources in the best possible manner and get the maximum output? That is the first objective of management. The second objective of management is optimum utilization of resource. We know resource is scarce, resource is costly, and resource comes with a lot of cost and effort. So we have to ensure that we respect the resource that we have, and we respect it by optimally utilizing it and ensuring that every bit of it is used in the business that we are doing. Next one is maximizing prosperity. Now what should happen with the organization with which we work or with which we lead? We want to ensure that there is prosperity. It grows, it becomes big, it becomes a brand in the marketplace. So if we have to do that, management has to be strong, and one of the objectives of management is to ensure that we achieve prosperity. And the last objective of management is to ensure that there is human development. We know that management deals with people. At the end of the day, we want to ensure that people who are with us are prospering, they grow, and their capacities, be it in any form, increases. That's what we want to do. And next one is social justice. One of the objectives, the main objectives of management is to come out with a policy which is uniform for everybody, and through that we achieve the social justice. So these are the objectives of management. Let's quickly summarize the objectives. First one is to achieve maximum output with minimum input. Second one is optimum utilization of resources. Third one is achieving maximum prosperity, and last one is human betterment and social justice. So these are the objectives of management. The last part of this video, let us focus on the functions of management. Now, what are the different functions that we take up in management in order to achieve the objectives that we have set for ourselves? The first function of management is to plan. Now, planning is something where we decide where we want to be beforehand. So that is planning. That's the first function of management. Once we plan, it is important for us to bring in all the resources that are required to go and reach wherever we have planned to reach. So what is this function called? It's called organizing. Once we plan, then we organize all the required resources. The next thing would be to staff people. We know that management cannot exist without people, so we need to bring in right kind of people to do the right kind of job at the right time. So this is, you can call it human resource management if you want to call, or in simple terms it's called staffing. Once people are on board, it's important for us to direct them in the right direction. So the next function of management is directing. Now we have planned, we have organized, we have brought in people, and we are directing them in the right direction. It is important they all work in tandem. There is good cooperation and coordination amongst them. So the next function of management is coordination. Now if there is good coordination, we can expect better results from the people who are working for us. Then comes the next function is to motivate them. There are several ways in which a person can be motivated. It can be financial motivation, it can be non-financial motivation, it can be internal motivation where a person is motivated internally without any external influence, or at times it is required for the external agents to motivate a person to do something bigger and better. So the next job or the next function in management is motivation. After motivating, it is important for us to control. Now, what is control all about? Control is all about comparing what we wanted to do and what we have actually done. Now, if you have overachieved, then what led to the overachievement? If you have underachieved, what has led to the underperformance of the organization? That is also important, and this is a part of controlling. Now, after controlling, we go to the evaluation process where we evaluate, have we done whatever we wanted to do? And are we ahead of what we wanted to do, or are we lagging behind? We evaluate ourselves, and again we go back to planning. That's why we tell that management is a continuous process. It goes on and on and on forever. So if you have liked this video, please click the subscribe button and hit the like tab. Thank you so much.